Yo, what's up, guys? So this one is called I'm a Working Writer. So take that. Oh, okay. So I've been meaning to do this video for a while, but this person just reminded me, oh yeah, I wanted to do that video. So I said this, I said, real question, does anyone know how it's done anymore? Like, does anyone know how it's done anymore? I can think of a lot of ways it's not done that people swear by on Twitter, you know? So in that, I'm trying to commiserate. Like, does anybody know how to, is anybody driving this ship? Is there a pilot? Is there a pilot up front in the cockpit or no? Like, I'm trying to commiserate, right? Like, isn't this some bullshit? That's what I'm saying. This writer says, good question. What do I know? I'm just a working writer. I'll have you know. Oh, no. No. Let's not go there. This ain't the time, bro. You want to go there? Okay, cool. Let's go. That's okay. All right. So, um, let me tell you first of all, and it's like, what do you want? There's so much to unpack in that one fucking sentence. Good question. What do I know? I'm just a working writer, passive aggressive. Okay. But let me say this first of all. If that was a joke, okay, then I apologize for everything I'm about to say. But if it's not a joke, this stays. But it's not written like a joke. If it's written like a joke, it'd be good, because I've written, bro. Good question. What do I know? I'm just a writer. Okay, that's funny. I get it. I get the implication. Like, bro, they barely even let me on set. Okay, that'd be funny. High five, haha. That's not how it's written, I don't think. It's written as, fuck you, I'm a real writer and you're nobody. So let me take it from that aspect, is what it seems like it's written. But it doesn't matter if this person wrote it like that or not, because plenty of people I've seen this said this way a multitude of times. Okay, so what do you want me to do with that? You're a working writer. Okay, fantastic. Do you want me to like kiss your fucking feet or something? Because that's not going to happen. And here's the main reason why. Because working writer can mean almost fucking anything. Are we talking about micro budgets? Are we talking about Berlanti type money? Ryan Murphy money? This kind of shit. You see what I'm saying? What are you trying to imply? You trying to imply you're a big shot? Is that what the implication you want me to take away from this? And here's my biggest question on all of this, bro, is that's what you said. What do I know? Like, implying that you know a bunch of shit. Okay, so then here's what you do. Instead of saying some bullshit like this, just tell us the answer, buddy. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Impart your wisdom on us, a great one, okay? Instead of saying this bullshit, here's how it works, guys. Do that, okay? And let me say this at the top for this guy if he happens to see it. And by the way, I don't hate you, dude, or none of that. I don't know who the fuck you are, none of that. But this is a stupid fucking thing to say. And first of all, let me say this. Sherry said this to me 2 decades ago, probably 2004, around, which is 2 decades ago. She said to me, never try to figure out the industry. It will drive you crazy and you'll never figure it out. So then you're just left with crazy. Okay, so this is not hypothetical. This is not fussed up. And I don't care if this video goes long. What is her box office, for example? What is it? It's around $1.5 billion. her deals around that. Okay? So if someone who's done that says this, she said to me this, I don't know how the industry works. And I'll never know how the industry works. She would never take this stance. What do I know? I'm just a big shot writer. Then tell us how the fuck it works, dude. Big shot. Do you have that? I looked at your credits, dude. If it's the same person, I saw your credits. It's not worth 1.5 billion and maybe higher than that. What are you flexing over? Okay, big shot. But furthermore, let me tell you some shit that you don't know. You don't know right now, today, if your agent is planning on dropping you. They would never tell you that. Okay, so that's the first thing you don't know. Do you even have an agent? Let me ask you that. Who are you rep by? Go ahead, tell us. That's my first question for you. If I saw you in person and you said this shit, my first question would be, do you have an agent? And if you said, no, I don't, cool, we're done talking. I don't give a fuck about anything else you say. Do you understand why? So that's number one that you don't know about. Number two, you don't know about, for example, like, let me give you an example. Like packaging, that went on for a long time. Big writers way bigger than you, bro, got fooled with that shit and did not realize. I knew it because I was married to a fucking agent. So I understand what is happening. That it's not even about the deal. It's about the fucking bottom line for the entire company. If you're a writer, you're a working writer, you're not gonna fucking know that. They're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna say, hey, by the way, you're actually getting fucked on this deal. They're not gonna tell you that. Okay, so there's a lot of things you don't fucking know, dude, all right? What else? You don't know, do you know how to run a studio? Have you run a studio? Okay, so there's another sector of the industry that you don't fucking know how it works. Have you ever done a deal? Like you made it. I'm not talking about did someone hand you paperwork and you read it and you're like, I guess. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about have you made the deal? Okay, like, you want me to keep going? I could keep going, but you get the point, bro? Like, here's the other thing. With that, I'm a working writer type of shit. Okay, fine, man. Fantastic. But what do you make? You know what I mean? Like, here's my kind of baseline where I just tune out, man. If you're telling me this shit, I'm a big shot, and you're sitting in front of plastic fucking blinds, bro, the ones that hang down and fall out that I used to have when I was 23, this type of shit, I don't need to hear anything else from you. Okay? Like, be sitting. Here's my point, bro. You got to be higher up the fucking food chain for me to give a fuck what you're saying. You know? Because otherwise I can't learn shit from you about how to do that part of it. This part of it. The money part. So if you're put the picture up, of you sitting at the infinity pool overlooking the hills and you're above looking down on all the little people. Put that picture up. And is that your only house? You see how I'm saying you probably don't want to have this conversation with me. Is that your lifestyle, dude? Do you have that house and another one and another one and another one? Is that the lifestyle you have? And what the fuck is parked out front and what's parked in your bank account? You see what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'm a working writer. That doesn't mean anything to me, dude. That's why I said, if you're gonna be smug, great. So you have the entire industry figured out? Is that what you're saying? And that's why I said, saying you're a working writer means nothing to me, dude. And that's why I also said, I know plenty of working writers who are fucking broke, dude. You really want to have that conversation right now? I'm not trying to have that conversation. So, like, why are you trying to start that shit with me? You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about it then, dude. What's your situation, dude? So, what do you expect me to say to that? You're basically telling me to go fuck myself. Go fuck myself, and you know how everything fucking works. Listen, bro, you can have your comment back, dude. Okay, so unless you can prove to me that all of this shit exists like that, and you're a baller writer, then I don't give a fuck what you have to say. But if you are a baller, maybe I'm wrong, maybe. So if you're a baller writer, big shot, I'm all ears, man. I'm all ears. School me. Which is what I'm at. Which is exactly what I just asked. Does anybody know how the fuck this shit works? That's what I said. Okay, so they'll come at me with, I'm a working writer, this kind of shit. How much money do you make? What was your last deal? What was it? For how much? You see what I'm saying? Like, now do you want to talk shit? Like, you're the one flexing, dude. I wasn't trying to flex on you, bro. I was asking a question. Does anybody know how the fuck this shit works? Does anybody have any ideas about a solution to this shit? By the way, I spoke to someone in the industry who is fucking massive, bro. I promise you, is way bigger than your fucking working writer status. Who could ride this shit, and I asked him, hey, bro, like, what's your opinion on where shit's at right now? And do you see a solution? And they said, you know, it's just a write it out type of thing, man. Like, I don't know. But, their thought was just like, so people just got to ride this out. Like, that's all I fucking know. And this is someone with massive credits, dude. Probably, I don't know, 10 billion in box office? I don't know. So you know more than them? Like, what the fuck are you saying, dude? And that's someone who could ride this out for probably 10 years, no problem, and not make another fucking dime for 10 fucking years and be just fine. And maybe just never do this shit again and be just fine. And just be like, fuck it, I can just live off my investments. I don't need to do this. You know more than people like that? Then tell us what the fucking answer is, genius. Don't sit here and say smug shit that means nothing to anybody. I mean, I don't think there's anything else to say to that. Just, I would recommend if you're a working writer and you want to throw that in people's faces, I would recommend like this, for example. I know a woodworker, right, who is also wants to be in the industry, and if he asked a question like this and you said that shit, like you're implying like I'm a big shot, I'm more important than you, I'm doing better in life than you, and if he was honest with you, he would say, listen, bro, I'm making almost $1 million, dude, a year. Okay? I don't need this shit. Okay? Whatever. I'm happy for you that you're a fucking working writer, but I'm pulling in almost $1 million a year, dude. I'm doing this shit because I want to, not because I have to. So all I'm saying there is be careful who the fuck you're talking shit on, man, because you're gonna look fucking stupid unless you're balling out, bro. Like, straight up, dude to dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, If someone just asks a question, maybe just answer the question. Particularly when they're trying to commiserate with you. That's all I was saying. Like, right? Isn't this crazy? That's it. But no, fuck you. I'm a big shot. Get out of here, dude. Show me that you're a big shot. Then I'll believe you. Okay? Like, otherwise, just shut the fuck up unless you got something to add to the conversation. In my opinion. And it's just like, why do people, I know I'll shut up right after this, but I know why people do that is because all that's telling me, man, is I read straight through this, all that's telling me is this is someone who's panicked about the state of the industry and they're grasping at straws. How can I make myself feel larger? How can I make myself feel better? Well, I'll try to do it by putting someone else down who arguably, listen, bro, can you even afford my lifestyle? Dumb fuck, seriously, can you? If you can, then show me. I know plenty of writers, who talk shit on me who can't even afford my fucking lifestyle. I'm all about writers winning, except for when they're fucking little babies and little assholes about this shit and try to, not even try. I'm not even flexing, dude. I'm about writers winning, man, and that's another thing too. Is, can you do this thing, and is it possible to get away from working a fucking job you hate, man? I read that shit about the dude who is, gonna have to go back to doing Uber Eats and this kind of shit. Like, is it possible to get away from that? I would say yes, man. Yes. However, like, what level are we talking about? Working writer, that's another one of my points in this shit, is working writer doesn't mean anything. What the fuck does that mean? Like, it doesn't tell us what level you're at. And there's plenty of people who are like, hey, do you want to be a working, imagine that. Hey, do you want to be a working writer? Do you want to sign this contract and you'll be a working writer? Sight unseen, sign it. Oh, yes, 100%. Here you go, micro budget. Here's your house, Like, what are we talking about? We're talking about mansions? We're talking about a little shack? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Working writer means something different to everybody, is my point. So, I don't know what that means, dude. I don't know what working writer means. How much money you make? So let me just ask you that question. How much money was your last deal? How much? And how much do you make per year? Do you like that question? Probably not. Okay, so shut the fuck up. Bye, later. And to you guys, good luck, man. I hope you go beyond just a working writer with some like menial credits into like super fucking stardom and bang on some big deals, man. I hope so. Because that rush of that feeling when you close on a fucking huge deal, it's pretty dope. Only for one day, but it is pretty sick. Okay, so I hope that happens too, and especially if it's most of that shit goes in your pocket. You will not only feel like $1 million, you will have $1 million. Okay, good luck, guys.